to the Students on Stage Cast Party. It is so great to see all of you. Before we dive in, I'll just let you know what you're in for tonight. So Ralph's gonna speak to all of us super quick, and then I would love to go around and check in with all of you. I've got some questions for all of you, and then we'll do a little bit of a Q&A. You can ask your questions about next year, and I know I have a few questions on my end to ask you. And then I thought we would have a little bit of fun and do a trivia game. So the trivia game will require some kind of writing utensil and some kind of like paper or phone to write on, but I'll give you a minute later on to go get all that stuff, so don't panic. All right, so, oh, and just a reminder that we are recording. Hopefully it works this time. I've got two programs going recording at the same time, so hopefully it works. And I'll post it to YouTube tomorrow or the next day. So I am going to unmute Ralph and give him the mic. How do I unmute? Hang on.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I just wanted just wanted to say to everybody that I appreciate the work that you did back in the spring. You know, you only had live rehearsals for about 6 weeks or so, and then COVID happened. And so I wanted to before I forget, to wish all of you a good year at school, whether you're going back to school in person or whether you've decided to do school online, or maybe you'll be making different decisions as the year goes on, but want to wish all of you a good start to school. I think you all start next week. And we're looking forward to hopefully all things working out for next year, to be able to just start up again in February with Cinderella again, and maybe in January, we'll see how that goes. So those of you who, we had asked, some of you get the emails and sometimes it's your parents that get the emails. So what we had asked a while ago was, when we shared that information, was, would you like to come back next year? And I think most of you have replied. If you haven't, if you could just make sure that Kelsey knows and Kelly knows, and they and I will cross-check. But it's helpful if I also get an email at the education address, so that I've got a record of that as well. So we hope to see most of you, if not all of you, back next year when we launch Cinderella again. Have a great year at school. And the last thing I want to say tonight is I just want to thank, on behalf of the STC, I want to thank Kelsey and Kelly and others who contributed over the summer, but mostly Kelly and Kelsey, for all the work that you did since March to try to just keep things going. And I know it didn't always work out 100% the way as planned, and you know, we were hoping to do it in September and that didn't work out, but I think it's going to be even better next year if we're able to do it live. And just, you know, one of those things, we just wait a year to do it. So thank you, Kelly and Kelsey. Everybody can applaud with me virtually there for all your work. And have a great time tonight. And I look forward to working with you again whenever we get together again. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Thanks, Ralph.
I'll sign out now. We don't have to put up with the old guy. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, Ralph.
All right, awesome. Okay, so question for you to start off the cast party. I would love to go around, and I would love for everyone to share with the group 3 words that describe how you are currently feeling. Okay, 3 words that you are currently feeling. I would also like to know one thing that you are looking forward to and one thing that you currently miss. Kelly, do you want to go first?
Okay. Those are such loaded topics, right, guys? So much going on. So 3 words to describe how I'm feeling at this particular moment. Excited, because I'm happy to see all your faces. Very cool. Y'all look older, of course. taller, different hair. It's cool. It's neat to see you. Excited. I'm nervous about September starting like tomorrow and all the things that means and back to all the stuff. And I'm also hungry because I haven't eaten my dinner yet.
Oh no!
I know, because we're, it's summertime. We eat at like, 8 or 9 o'clock around here right now, but so that's it. And what did you say? Something I'm looking forward to and something I'm scared about?
And one thing that you miss.
Oh, one thing I'm looking forward to is getting back to working with a bunch of awesome, talented performers in all kinds of different ways this September, right? Some online, some in person, some of my students in my new plexiglass box that we're building in the house so we can have lessons safely. Yay, COVID boxes to sing in. And I am missing terribly performing because nobody's hiring 5-piece funk bands right now, sadly. So I miss performing, and I'm sure a lot of you are feeling the same way. Can't wait to be able to do that again. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, what's the deal with the Sweet Juliets? Has that been rescheduled?
I don't know. Everything, the world is on hold a little bit. We'll see. Fingers crossed.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay. How about Ava L? I'm gonna unmute you. Hi, Ava. Ooh,
I can't hear you.
Maybe turn up your volume. If for whatever reason the mic doesn't work, everyone, there's a chat box on the side that you can just chat. You can just type into as well.
Just gonna get reinforcements. I like your glasses, Mac.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Are they new?
Man.
Pretty. I like them. Sassy. Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
Here, I'll unmute everyone. Oh, no. I want to unmute. There we go. No, I want to unmute. Oh, yeah, everyone's unmuted. Okay. Yay. No, they're still unmuted. How do I?
I could unmute myself.
Yeah, I think everyone can unmute themselves. I don't know. I don't have an option here to
unmute everybody. You can just mute everybody.
Ask all to unmute. Yeah, but okay.
Ooh, kitty. Cute.
There we go.
What is it again? Flour, sugar, cocoa powder, chocolate.
Okay. Well, Ava, keep on that. I'll get back to you. How about, let me see, list here. Ella, you want to share with us 3 things you're currently feeling?
Sure. Happy, satisfied because my sibling just made this sort of cake mix thingy. It is surprisingly good, and kind of relieved because I'm looking forward to going back to school and not online school.
Nice.
What was the other thing?
Cool. What's one thing that you're looking forward to?
I already said that. We're going to Perry Sound tomorrow, I think, because we're doing like lots of day trips in the last week before school, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And something I miss. Okay. I miss not having to wear masks since I wear glasses, the fog. I can't really see. I mean, obviously you need to wear them and stuff, but I kind of miss COVID not being a thing. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, how about Zoe? Can you unmute yourself?
Yep. Is it working okay?
Yeah.
My mic okay? Okay. Cool. I'm feeling happy. I had a good pasta dinner. I'm feeling nervous and excited the school year. Nervous because I don't know what the projects and stuff are gonna look like, and excited because I do not want to go back to online. Not at all. Like, no.
Not for you, eh?
Something I'm no. Something I'm looking forward to. I'm going school shopping tomorrow with my friend.
Woo.
Yay.
Yeah, and then something I miss is being able to hug my friends. I miss it so much.
Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. Mackenzie, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I guess. You guys can hear me and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm feeling 3 things I'm feeling right now. I'm stressed for school. I'm very tired. I've been spending every day out with horses, so I'm quite tired. And I got I'm happy. Yeah. And yeah. Something I'm looking forward to. I guess I'm kind of looking forward to school. Kinda. I'm excited for grade 10. And something I miss is, I guess, acting and singing. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Ava L, do you want to try your hand again?
Is it all good?
Yeah.
Yay! It turns out that when I joined in, I turned off a bunch of settings I wasn't supposed to, so it should be all good. 3 things I'm excited. Well, 3 things I'm feeling probably. I'm a pretty sad that summer's over. Like, I can't believe it just went by so fast. I'm super pumped right now just to be seeing everyone. And 3, I guess I'm pretty intrigued to see like what's gonna happen in September for everything. And yeah. Something I'm excited for is I'm going to Manitoulin this weekend now. So yeah, for camping, it's gonna be super fun. And something I miss is this is kind of specific, but I really just miss singing like in a room with a bunch of people. Like just in oh man, like just in SOS, like learning stuff. I just really miss that.
Amen, girl. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are feeling that way. Lauren, do you want to share?
Sure. I'm happy, I guess, in general. I'm hungry and I'm tired. And I miss swimming because that was canceled like a long time ago. And I don't know because pools aren't open, so I don't know when that's going to start again. And I'm going to camp on Wednesday, so that'll be fun.
Will you get to swim at camp?
Yes. And I've been going paddleboarding a lot too because for like a birthday gift / grad gift, I got a paddleboard. So, and we have a dock across the lake, so I've been using that.
Super cool. Grace, do you want to share?
Sure. So I'm feeling, I guess I'm feeling just generally pretty happy. I'm kind of tired, kind of late and relatively early. And I guess I'm just kind of nervous with school starting again and things starting to open up a bit and there being just more stuff to do in general. Something I'm excited for, I guess, is starting high school, which is going to be interesting with the new precautions for COVID-19. And something I miss, I guess, just kind of life as I know it from before quarantine. Because even after this whole pandemic, things really do this.
Grace, what high school are you going to?
Llewellyn.
Ah, super cool. Okay,
Going
Kevin.
to Llewellyn in the fall.
Say that again, Kelly.
Who else is going to Llewellyn in the fall? Just so Grace knows who else will be there. Zoe will be there.
Yay. Kayla, maybe.
Caleb's there in person. She's there too.
Super cool. Kevin, do you want to share?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess 3 feelings I'm having is probably nervousness because I'm moving to a new school. I'm happy because I've been biking with my friends lately. We've been doing some routes around Sudbury. And one other feeling. I guess I'm happy that we're going back to school. I really didn't like online schooling. It wasn't too like my cup of tea. So I like that we're going back to school. Something that I miss is probably fencing. That's one thing that I really miss. Something I'm looking forward to is probably seeing my music teacher again once things start to open up again. I have a private music teacher. I'm really missing her. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Ava R.
Hello. 3 feelings. I am happy, I am hungry, and I am sore. My shoulders are sore. Something I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to eating the rest of my grilled cheese later. Something I miss all my friends.
It sounds like a lot of people are hungry. So right before trivia, we'll take like a 2-minute break and y'all can get food. Ryan, do you want to share?
Yep. Okay, 3 things I'm feeling. What were the questions again?
So 3 things you're feeling right now, and then 1 thing you're looking forward to and 1 thing you miss.
Okay. 3 things I'm feeling. I guess I'm tired. Like I'm happy mostly. Hasn't been great, but it's fine. And I feel I have a lot of energy. I've been running more lately. And yeah, 1 thing I miss is school. Oh my God, I hate being alone. It's so, I hate it. I mean, I like my alone time, but this is a bit much. It's a bit much. So yeah, I miss school. And yeah, sad I'm not going to be able to interact with my friends the same way. But what am I looking forward to? Well, I just said school. Probably, I don't know, I'm going into a different math class, so that'll be interesting. Guess I'm looking forward to that.
Cool. So how long have you been running for?
I used to run when I was in like 7th and 8th grade, and then I stopped in high school because I had too much to do.
That's cool. I'm a little jealous. I can't run 5K. I can run like 1K. Okay, so Caitlin.
Hi.
Hello.
Well, I have like thinking of things because like my anxiety was like think, and now I'm here and I'm like everything's gone. So that's always fun. Um, I am feeling very anxious, as I just said. I don't know why, because you people are amazing, and I'm just here because I haven't seen these many faces in front of me. So my anxiety is kind of like, wow, that's a lot right now. I'm feeling very nervous for school. I'm staying online in September. I don't know what midterm's gonna look like, if I'm gonna go back or not. But right now I'm staying at home. And so I'm nervous for that because I don't know what that looks like, and it seems very different. Just kind of sad, but that's what our life is right now. So we just gotta go through that. And I'm also very like impatient to the future because I want things to start happening, but I have to be patient. But I'm kind of like, but I don't want to be patient. I want it to happen now. I want to do things now. So I'm kind of in that zone. I haven't gone out of that zone yet. I am looking forward to tomorrow. I'm going camping at Halfway Lake with my parents and my mom's cousin, and also my aunt's going. So it's gonna be fun. We're gonna be camping all together. And one thing that I miss is I just got back this weekend. I went to Pancake Bay, and I already missed that so much. It's Lake Superior, the provincial park, and that was the first time I went. So I swam in Lake Superior. First day there were no waves, and then the next day there were huge waves. My mom went out of the country, and I'm like, how big are these waves? She's like, these are like small ocean waves. I'm like, you're kidding. So I almost drowned a few times, I'm not gonna lie, because I like jumped right into the waves and I got like pushed back and stuff, but it was so fun. And I would go back in a heartbeat. It was amazing.
Awesome. Beautiful.
It's super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks. Brianne, do you want to share?
Sure.
Hi, Brianne.
3 things. I'm feeling excited for school. Being lazy. I haven't gone outside today. And I'm feeling tired because I haven't gone outside today.
I'll do it.
One thing I miss is school and seeing all my friends. That's basically my social life, so I've been very lonely. And one thing I'm excited for is my swimming because it's starting back up this fall. I'm excited.
Yay! That's awesome.
Yay. Get back in the pool.
Okay, Kaylin, you want to share?
Betcha. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Kaylin.
All right. Things I am feeling. Number one thing that pops into my head is book withdrawal because I've read 12 books this summer so far, and every time one ends, I'm like, a part of me was just ripped away with that book, and then I need to find a new one and fall in love all over again and get it ripped out again. And so book withdrawal because I just finished a book today. Second thing I'm feeling is like time, I guess. You know, I just thought about life and I'm like, I'm going into grade 11 this year, and that's terrifying. So time is a feeling. And finally, I'm optimistic. I think this school year is going to be fun. It'll be a learning experience. It'll be brand new and totally great. So I'm looking forward to how the new year is going to play out. So yeah. Things I miss all of you, and I miss theater so much. Every day I think of it and I'm like, I miss it. It's like book withdrawal, but theater and more consistent because we have less theater. And something I'm looking forward to is applying for my very first job.
Ooh.
Yay.
That's exciting, Kaylin.
Thank you. And what about
Where are you applying?
Chelsea, did you share what year?
I will, but where are you thinking of applying?
Chapters.
Oh, nice.
Because
appropriate.
I love books.
Okay, I think that's everyone except me, right? Yeah. Okay. 3 things that I'm feeling. 1, I'm feeling restless. I have lots of things on my to-do list and I would love to get them all done, but for reasons COVID related and non-COVID related, I just can't do them right now. So I'm kind of just like waiting. I am feeling hopeful. I'm feeling hopeful for our production in the spring. And I'm feeling grateful for everything that I have right now and being able to see all your faces and chat with you all. Yeah. One thing that I'm looking forward to is getting my hair cut because it's been a long time. And something that I miss is, what did I write down? Oh, I miss seeing my family. I haven't seen any of my family from out of town as of yet, so I'm really missing them. We usually get together every summer, so not sure when I'll get to see them, but that's okay. Yeah. Okay. Next up, Q&A. I'm sure you all have some questions, maybe, about next year. So Kelly and I are here to answer them as best we can. If we can't answer them right now, we'll get back to you later on. And if you have a question, just raise your hand in the video window and we'll ask you. Any questions? Caleb.
This may be one you can't answer right now, but what do you think rehearsals will look like? Like, how do you think that'll happen?
I am expecting, hoping that we have rehearsals as normal. That's what I'm like crossing my fingers for, sort of back to what it was before.
We may be able to use the space in a different way than we have in the past because SDC is not going to have the kind of programming that it has in the past. So we'll be able to use the space more freely without really worrying about conflict in the same way. So that'll help for distancing. So we can, instead of all being in the same room for the whole time, we can use the different spaces like we have, right? And maybe be using the auditorium more. Because the auditorium's huge, right? So we can, use the space differently. So I think that'll be something that will probably be one of the things we'll do, right? Is just use the space, use the bigger spaces more.
Yeah, it's definitely
also
it's definitely
doing things like, sorry, Kels?
Sorry, I was just gonna say it's definitely gonna be a bonus.
Yes, to have the space. And also like masking. Like that's just the way we've got to do a lot of things. And so we'll probably spend a lot of our time in rehearsal as well, especially when we have to be in bigger groups of us, for staff, rehearsing with masks on. Because, we'll all be able to hear each other and we'll all be able to, I'm getting more and more used to it. I don't know about you guys. I'm getting more and more used to doing things with it on. I actually went to Winners the other day. My friend, we even tried things on. We were like, change rooms and masks might be incredibly claustrophobic, which they kind of were, but we were also like, all right, we can do this. And it's starting to seem less scary. The first time I went out somewhere in a mask, I lasted about 3 seconds before I had to run out of the store and pull the mask off. But I think that's probably going to be a lot more normal, right? Like we're all just going to have to be wearing them, especially when we're all together doing things, and we'll just get used to that. And I think that's going to help us be able to do rehearsals, and be able to do what we sort of want to be more normally if we are masking and using the bigger spaces, right?
Yeah, using a lot more hand sanitizer, doing some hand sanitizer breaks. Yeah. We'll make it work though. Okay, any other questions? Caleb.
I know it's always me asking, but my mother trained me to be ask all the questions. So
good questions.
I'm asking more questions. So in March, when we were at rehearsals, you guys were like, oh, we're so ahead. We'll get this done early with a bunch of extra time. And so if we restart rehearsals again, what will we do with all the extra time?
Yeah, so the bonus of having a lot of extra time is if we have to put in extra measures in place, like Kelly said, about wearing masks, taking more hand sanitizer breaks, really spreading out. If we have to do rehearsals where we only bring in half of you one week and then the other half the next week, I'm not sure how it all looks like. We're going to figure that out closer to February. But having that extra time is going to really help us in that situation. And then choreography and music always need lots and lots of time. And now we have it. So yay! I mean, Kelly, how excited are you to have so much time for music to really like perfect all those harmonies?
Oh yeah, it's always a bonus when we have time, so much to learn and so much to accomplish that we're all just worried about getting it on the stage. You know what I mean? Like we almost like polish on stage while we're like doing the show. But it's always nice to actually have time to put a nice polished piece out there, right? And we have Jess Crow coming on to do choreo, which is very exciting because she's super fun to work with and she does really fun stuff that's easy but looks amazing. Like she's the lady who can take a group of people who have all different levels of experience and choreograph something that makes you all look amazing, but that you can all still do, even if you're beginner dancers. So that'll be super fun. We'll have a lot of just that nice time to feel really secure in our stuff. And also, depending on how things go, who knows, there might be times where due to weather or COVID or whatever, when we can't. It's interesting that we've got this type of forum to turn to for things like, you know, talking to agents or talking to people, or, that time allows us opportunities for cool extras, Yeah. I know last year for Wind in the Willows, we were kind of hoping to record some of our own backup vocals and do some layers and get into the studio a little bit, which of course, that was such a busy show with so many little bits and bytes and choreo and the stuff. We didn't get around to that. But that could be something that we could do too, to actually get in there and do a little bit of studio work too. So there are options for us. And again, because the STC is going to be so open, we think at that time, we'll have so much more space and time to use it. So it's a good question too.
Yeah. And the other thing to consider is we will most likely not have the entire cast back. So we're going to have some new friends join us and they're going to be starting fresh. So we need that extra time to, let them catch up, right? So it's going to be good. It's going to be good that we have February all the way to, end of May, June? Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll be great and a great opportunity for maybe some folks who didn't make the cut last year to take another run at it. As we know, we can't go back. We can only go forward with what we're dealing with now, and it's all going to be new and different, and but still fun and still going to be a good time. And we know this city's full of so many talented, awesome people that when people come together to make a show in the city, it's always fun and good things happen. So I have no doubt it'll be a great cast, and the people who are meant to be here are gonna be here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any questions about next year? Or Ava, are you?
What will the SOS staff look like? Like, who will be running the program?
Good question. So you have myself. You will also have Kelly. Like Kelly said, Jessica Crow is our choreographer. She's super excited to join us. And occasionally, we're also going to be inviting John, our artistic director, into the rehearsal room. So you will all get an opportunity to work with the artistic director, which is really exciting.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And of course, the wonderful technical team at STC. So we'll have Ben on board to, be helping and building and doing the things as usual, Australian Ben and all that good stuff. And of course, Ralph, Mr. Mack, which is what I called him when he was my teacher at Sudbury Secondary in high school, of course. Mr. Mack will be on board as well to help with any of the stuff we, of course, need help with, because he's that guy who jumps in and helps. Yeah, and it's going to be fun. And also, who's at Sudbury Secondary this year? Who's at Sudbury Secondary?
Hey.
Is Grace's hand up? I can't tell because you're, oh no, okay. I was like, your hand moved. I'm like, I can't tell if that's, and yes. Jess is going to be your arts administrator. Jess Crow, Miss Crow, who's going to help us with the choreo, is the new arts admin at Sudbury Secondary. So you'll get to maybe deal with her at some point too, as well at school too. So some of you might already know her by the time she comes in to do choreo, which is fun.
Yay, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Also, I haven't got confirmation, but Chelsea will most likely be joining us again. If she can help it, she will be there. But she is starting school in September. So with her schedule, she's not entirely too sure. We're just gonna have to like wait and see, but hopefully she can join us as well.
Yay.
Okay, any other questions? That's it?
At least so many questions. I was bracing myself for like hard questions. I don't know.
Me too. I have like my notepad to take notes down. Oh, Brianne.
This isn't really a question, but can I still ask it? One, Caleb, if somebody doesn't hire you, they have a problem. I would hire you any day.
There's your reference. There you go. Nice, Brianne.
And Ryan, have you ever tried Sudbury Rocks?
What?
Running race. Have you ever tried Sudbury Rocks?
Oh, I think I've done them with my mom before, like races from there.
Yeah, cool. They're doing a virtual this year, by the way.
Cool. A virtual race?
Yeah.
Cool.
Like a picture or a video of you running.
Yeah.
Neat.
I'm wearing my shirt right now.
Oh, cool.
That's super cool.
I love that. Good observations, good listening skills, Brianne. I love that.
Ava, did you have a question?
Oh, wait a second. Oh no. Will you be keeping our same roles, or with new people coming in, will you shift roles around and put us in different places and put the new people in different places?
I think that really depends on whose roles we need to fill and what we need to do, and you know, there's some pretty good castings. You know, I feel like a lot of you were doing pretty sweet deals with what but also there are also opportunities for, you know, if somebody was in more course role and felt like, you know, they wanted to give it a go. I don't see why we wouldn't do that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And the role that you currently have, if we, you know, if Kelly and I approach you and we offer another role, if you don't want it, that's absolutely fine. You can stay with the role that you currently have. But like Kelly said, it's all going to depend on who's returning. And yeah, we're not going to make that decision until late January, until probably just before we come back in February.
But you certainly have your role. Like if you had a role before, that's still your role.
We didn't take it away from you.
Yes, certainly. Nothing, you know, there may be lateral, you know, shifts if somebody's interested, but certainly nobody's role is being taken away. That's for sure.
Good question.
Yeah, it is a good question.
Any other questions? I had a question for you all, for anyone who's wanting to answer. How did you find the YouTube channel? Because that was totally brand new for Kelly and I, and it was, I'm hoping it was good. Yeah, what did you like about it, and what did you not like about it? And you're not hurting my feelings. Ava?
Oh, this is gonna be so cruel. I didn't like that a lot of the content we already covered in the rehearsal hall between February and March before we stopped. We already covered like finding like our center and the T's and D's and the vocals and stuff. Like it was good to have it. It was a good like reminder, but I feel like new material would have been a little bit more helpful.
Cool.
Yes.
Fair
Yes.
enough.
Very fair enough.
Kaylin.
I loved the interviews so much. Like, those are wonderful opportunities. And I also really appreciated the vocals videos because I try hard to remember them, but without practice, of course, one does forget. So I did appreciate the vocal videos for like this is how this part goes kind of thing. So.
Yeah, it'll be so good to have those vocal videos too from now until February. So if ever you're missing doing theater or you want to just do like a little refresher, you can just shoot back to those videos and have a listen. So that's really great. If question for all of you, even if you didn't join us for the interviews when they were happening, would you all be interested in doing some more interviews in this kind of style next season? So we would have our rehearsals Sundays and Monday evenings, but there might be occasional extra opportunities throughout those months where we could jump on Zoom and interview some other professionals. Yeah? Okay. That's cool. I can see if I can make that happen. Okay, any other feedback about the YouTube channel? Brianne?
I agree with both of the things Caleb said. The interviews posted were really nice because by coincidence, both times you had them, either I was at camp or I just couldn't make it. So it was nice to be able to watch them afterwards. And I love the vocal stuff because it helped my voice become not so rusty over the time. And I found it helpful.
Cool. I tried to belt out like with utter abandon in my little music room, because I know that sometimes when we're alone at home or we've got people around and we're in our room or whatever, sometimes it's hard to just belt out like who just said you miss singing in a big room altogether? Was it Ava L? Yeah, right? Because sometimes it's hard to sing out when we're all alone, right? Sometimes that feeling is like, I feel really weird about belting this Whitney Houston without all my cast around me singing with me, right? That can be hard. So I tried to really just like sing it out, even though I can't hit a lot of those notes as well as a lot of you can, so that you guys can feel like you can maybe just belt it out too a little bit, because it is hard to sing alone sometimes, especially when the songs are meant to be sung together. It's hard. So I'm glad. Sing along with them. I can't wait to sing with you again, though, for real.
I was just going to say, I'm looking forward to hearing all of you singing in that rehearsal room, hopefully.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of a break so you can get some pencils and pens and paper, or you can just, write answers on your phone for this trivia game. But before we take a break, is there any other questions or anything you want to share with the group? While we're on a break, I'll feel free to unmute yourselves and talk amongst yourselves, if that's cool. But is there anything else?
Meet back here in 2 minutes.
Yeah, let's say 8 o'clock on the dot, so 10 minutes.
What are we doing in these 10 minutes?
You are grabbing a writing utensil of some sort and a piece of paper.
All right. And a snack. Can we say 5 minutes?
10. We'll do 10 because then it gives us till 8 and it's like right on the
Okay.
dot.
All right. I'm muting this.
I'm just a ray of sunshine right now, aren't I?
Oh my gosh. You're so shining. You're like you're a superstar, Zoe. Your hair is getting so like long and thick and like beautiful. It's like voluptuous. It's so pretty.
Since quarantine started, I've gone through like 5 different hair colors.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So does anyone have any book recommendations?
I do.
Well, I just started reading Midnight Sun.
Oh, the tablet one. I want
Yeah.
to pick that one up. I just haven't bought it yet.
In 2 days, I made it through 3/4 of the book.
I mean, I can recommend some manga for you, but I don't know about actual books.
Caleb,
Hmm?
have you read the Unwanted series? It's so good. It's like 8 books long.
I'm on the 4th book right now.
Oh my god, I love that series.
How many books are there?
Like 8. Actually, that might be wrong. I don't know.
6 or 8, somewhere around there. I have up to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would offer you them, but I gave them away.
What's the series about?
What is it about?
Yeah, like what's the premise?
Well, okay. So The Unwanteds is basically like young teen fiction kind of genre, and it's basically like a world of no art is like their go-to, and if you show any artsy kind of signs, you're an unwanted and you get sent off to like a burning pit of oil. But it's not actually right? But it's not actually a burning pit of oil. It's like this magical world for all the artistic people where they get to be all artsy and do magic, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. It's good. A go-to series I always love teen fiction is basically like the Shadowhunters world. I think there are like 15 or 16 books out right now for that one, and they're good. Very good.
What did I just read this summer? Something Merlin? Oh, let me remember. No, I don't remember. Because I was thinking about, yeah, like it was like a teen fiction, and it was like it kind of advertises like the next Harry Potter, not really, but it was kind of cool. It was like Merlin's like descendant, and it's like modern day, and she like didn't know she's a witch, and then discovers she's a witch in this whole other world, and it was really cool. I was gonna read the second book, and then I realized there was like 20 some books in the series. I just don't have the time.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. A really good series that I was like addicted to this summer was The Folk of the Air, and it's kind of like fairies, but it's like teen fiction fairies, so they're not like rainbows and sparkles kind of thing, but it's like it's a teen fiction series where the fairies are kind of scary. But that was a good series, and I'm trying to think of others. For younger readers, like for 9 to 12, it was like 9 to 14 was the general. I loved Keeper of the Lost Cities. That was a good one.
Ooh, I gotta check that one out. I love like fairies, like the modern like kind of fairy like books, like not the kiddo versions. Yeah.
I definitely recommend The Folk of the Air. It was like addicting. Like I could not put it down as soon as I started it. I was like, I need to read. And my mom was like, do other stuff.
What's it called again?
The Folk of the Air. And the first book is The Cruel Prince.
The Cruel Prince. Okay, I'm gonna check.
I'm sure you've already read this one, Caleb, but the His Dark Materials series, so good.
I have not. What is?
Oh my god, it is.
I'm writing
it's so good. The first book is The Golden Compass, I think.
Oh yeah, so good.
Yeah. It's become more popular lately because there's a series out on it.
Okay.
Hunger Games.
That's good. Very good.
Yeah, I like the more the like survival-ish books, I guess. Like I was watching Alone too.
Hi, Sebastian. I just realized you joined us. Just to let you know, we're on a little bit of a mini break. We're going to come back in about 4 minutes at 8 o'clock, and we're going to play a trivia game, and it's all about theater and Cinderella. So if you have a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil or just your phone nearby so you can write down answers, be sure to grab all of that, and then we're going to come back in now 3 minutes. 8 o'clock.
I was just curious, who's going back to school, like online or in the building?
Online. In person.
In person.
In person. Online? Sorry, I didn't hear that. Caleb.
I'm doing online.
Ava. Okay. Cool.
I'm going in person. So.
And this is a question for everyone, what was like the worst thing about doing virtual learning back in the spring?
My psycho French teacher.
She is not that bad. She is not that
she
bad.
Literally
You have to
do every day until the last day of school.
You have to really get to know her to like her. You have to have that bond.
She's like,
if you're rebelling,
she likes me. She really likes me. But the workload she sent was insane.
Yeah, I heard some 11th grade, well now they're going into 12, but we were talking in English class and she was telling us that she would give them work on the classroom but never posted it, and then they didn't know what to do and then couldn't hand it in, and then she'd give them all zeros because they didn't hand in the work.
People would ask questions and she wouldn't answer for months, like for weeks or even months. And then she would expect it at the due date to be handed in, but she wouldn't answer questions that depended on like if you could hand it in or not. Like
you're in like grade 9 French though, right?
Yeah, I'm going into grade 10 and oh
yeah. I don't have her till next semester.
Golden Band. Oh. I just stopped doing French like halfway through online.
Well, one thing that I had to do was I did a whole project on this book that I read. It was a French book. I read it, and then I had to do a resume for every single chapter in the book. And I had to hand it in, and I had like 5 other questions that were each a paragraph. And then I had to hand that in. And second last day of school, my teacher comes to me and says, where's your project? So she never saw it. So on the second last day of school, I said, oh, I handed that in 2 months ago. So that was, yeah.
You have it saved though? Could you just like quickly send it to her again?
Yeah, I sent it to her again, but at that time, report cards were already sent in.
Oh my gosh. Did she believe you that you had sent it in beforehand? Or was she like, likely story?
Yeah, because a lot of people didn't hand it in. Like, a lot of people in my class were unmotivated. So I was one of the only people who did all the work. So it was...
Yeah, I totally gave up in French.
I think the worst part of online school last semester, and I'm always online, was when everybody got shoved on,
from that one account I have to pay for
when everyone was put online last semester, my school got shifted a little because the school board, they had to like do things differently. So our classes went from 75 minutes down to exactly 1 hour, and we were only allowed 3 hours of stuff a week. So 1 hour of class, 1 hour of open office, 1 hour of schoolwork, but they would give us more than that. So we would actually get the amount of class time we needed. And that was supposed to be what it was for like everybody. But I didn't understand why they changed, my computer's ringing, why they changed us. Because we were already online. But apparently it was just to make everything equal. Even though I was hearing from different people, they were getting still their courses and their classes as normal for certain things. And I was like, I'm jealous. I'm failing now.
Going into like this new school year for like us high school, we're expected to do like 2 classes a day for a week, like period 1, period 2, and then the next week period 3 and period 4. But each class is 2.5 hours with a 40-minute lunch in between. I'm like, how do you expect us to sit in a classroom for 2.5 hours at a time?
That's what I said. I was thinking about all of you with like schedules, like let's say you have math. So you're gonna do like 2.5 hours of math.
I can barely stand 10 minutes of math.
And then let's say you go for lunch and then you come back and you have like chemistry. And then you're gonna do that again the next day. That's so hard.
Just like cut the day in half.
The thing is like now that I'm going into my senior years, I'm getting those fairs. So right now it looks like my mornings is just filled with the arts because I'm a vocal major and then drama major. So then 1 week will literally just be that, and then the next week I'd have this fair and then like intro to drama. So I'm like, my first semester looks pretty chill, and I'm just like, yes, like I don't have to do much.
That's good. That's awesome. Okay. We're gonna get started with trivia. So does everybody have something to write with? Piece of paper, pen, pencil, marker, highlighter? Okay. Okay, so this trivia game, there's no winners, there's no losers. You can cheat, that's fine. You're only cheating yourself. Afterwards, I'll read out all the questions, and then afterwards I'll go back and I'll tell you all the answer, and then you can let us know if you got it right, if you were close. You can use the chat box too if you want. And yeah, okay, so this trivia is based on all things theater. Some questions are Cinderella related. Some questions are just like general, like musical theater related, okay? So put your theater hats on. Are you ready? There are 25 questions. We'll see if we get through all of them, okay? I don't want to like, let's not make this a 3-hour trivia game, but I got lots of questions. Okay, here we go. Question number 1. True or false? I'm going to read it here. True or false? Roger and Hammerstein's musical production of Cinderella was originally meant for TV. True or false? So you put a little 1 on your piece of paper, write true or false. Every question you get right, you get 1 point. True or false? Was it originally meant for TV? Okay, question number 2. If at the end you need some of the questions repeated, I'll repeat them afterwards, okay? So question number 2. Which country did the story of Cinderella originate from? The Cinderella story that we know today. What country did it originate from?
Is this like multiple choice? Are we just supposed to guess?
Not this one. Sorry. I probably should have. Too late.
Well, I've heard so many different like versions of Cinderella from different countries. We actually did a whole like project, like what's it called? A unit on Cinderella. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about all the stories about around the world of Cinderella. So I don't know which one to pick.
Okay. Number 3. Okay, so for this question, I'm going to read to you the first line in the play, and then it's multiple choice, and you need to guess from which play is this very first line, okay?
Ooh, good Lord.
Okay, here we go. This line's a little bit, it's meaty, it's a little bit long, so bear with me. It goes, on the 23rd day of the month of September, in an early year of a decade not too long before our own, the human race suddenly encountered a deadly threat to its very existence. Okay?
That sounds good.
Is it from A, SpongeBob SquarePants, to B, Little Shop of Horrors, C, Hamilton, or D, Rent? So A, SpongeBob, B, Little Shop of Horrors, C, Hamilton, or D, Rent. I love watching you all think. It's so great. Okay, question number 4 is another true or false. In ancient Greek theater, death and dying and violence of any nature characters happened off stage. Is that true or is it false? Ancient Greek theater.
Definitely false. We did a whole unit on like Greek theater.
So you should remember this, Ryan.
No, I do. I think I remember it because, yeah, but I also wasn't paying that much attention because that was during our online part.
Yeah, me too. I think I spaced out at that point.
I had so much fun doing that project.
I know, it was
I didn't
fun.
do it.
All right, question number 5. This is another Cinderella related question. In what year did Cinderella first broadcast live on TV? So it's multiple choice. A, in 1935, B, 1957, C, 1978. There's only 3 options.
Is this Walt Disney? Like, is this Walt Disney's classic Cinderella blue dress?
Just the first ever broadcast of Cinderella on live TV. It might be Disney, might not be Disney. I'm not going to help you out with that one. 1935, 1957, or 1978.
By the end of this, do we get points if we get every single one wrong?
Sure. Okay.
And none.
Question number 6. This is another one where it's the very first line in the play, and you have to guess the play, and it's multiple choice. So first line goes like this, and it's a lyric. I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not gonna help you out. It goes like this: oh, 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 woke up today, feeling the way I always do. Is it A, Dear Evan Hansen, B, Kinky Boots, C, Godspell, or D, Hairspray?
Hairspray. Pretty sure this is
Whoever you said that.
A, Dear Evan Hansen, B, Kinky Boots, C, Godspell, or D, Hairspray?
That sounds like a really like cheesy 80s line. I'm gonna say Hairspray. Never.
Hairspray wasn't in the 80s. Was it?
I don't care. That's the era I associate it with. I don't know.
It was 60s.
Okay.
Anyway.
Very 60s.
Next question. Question number 7. Who is the daughter of Delta Nu?
Oh, I don't know.
You can either name the character name or the play. Play or music. Pardon?
Who is this?
Yeah, I don't know.
This is the tricky one. Who is the daughter of Delta Nu? Nu spelled N-U.
But who is Delta Nu?
Yeah. We get some multiple choice.
This one is so...
Just ask Ava.
I'm just going to put a question mark.
Yeah.
I don't know who Delta Nu is.
I have no idea who that is.
You're all hurting my heart, but that's okay. All right, next question.
Nobody's gonna like tell us the answer, and we're gonna like all be like.
Okay. Question number 8. Yeah. Who? Here's another who. Now I'm hesitant to ask this. Who is? This one might be tricky. Who is the Lancelot of the Revolutionary set?
Can you do it again? I didn't hear it.
Who is Lancelot of the Revolutionary set? I'll give you a hint. It's a modern day musical. So either the character or what play this character is from. The Lancelot of the Revolutionary set. Hint, revolutionary set.
I don't know how to spell his name.
That's okay. You don't need to get the spelling right.
Okay.
Okay.
First thing that came to mind.
Question number 9. Finish the missing lyric. The $10 founding father without a father blank by working a lot harder.
$10.
Once again, the lyric is
a lot smarter.
Founding father without a father blank by working a lot harder.
Anyway.
Okay. Question number 10. Okay, question number 10. When was the earliest version of Cinderella ever recorded or written down? So not recorded as in like film or TV, but just like written down, recorded in history. Any kind of like version of Cinderella. So when was the earliest version of Cinderella recorded? A, 1st century BC. B, about 15,000 years ago. C, the Renaissance era. Or D, the 20th century. So A, 1st century BC. B, about 15,000 years ago. C, the Renaissance era. Or D, the 20th century.
I love trivia.
Me too.
I'm having so much fun today.
Okay.
Dark in my left hand.
Question number 11. According to one Cinderella movie, what size are Cinderella's feet? Question number 12. This is general theater. To add lines or business that's not in the script or song or in the music, so it's not in the score, especially as I can't say this word today, improvisation is known as what? So when you're adding lines or business that's not part of the script or score, and it's part of improv, what do we commonly refer to this as? 13, question 13. According to Disney, how old is Cinderella? Is she A, 14, B, 16, C, 19, or D, 21? So A, 14, B, 16, C, 19, or D, 21? Question 14. This is another general theater terminology. A sloping stage, which is raised at the back, upstage, is known as a what? So when the stage is sloped, with upstage being the highest point, it's known as what? Question 15. Who is the antagonist in Cinderella? The antagonist.
What does antagonist mean?
The bad guy. I think that gives it away.
Is this singular?
I'll accept 2 versions. We talked about this in our table work. Okay, question 16. Here's another one where it's the first line of the musical, and you have to guess the musical. The first line goes like this. Good news, she's dead. Is it A, Evita, B, Wicked, C, Annie Get Your Gun, or D, Chicago? So good news, she's dead is from A, Evita, B, Wicked, C, Annie Get Your Gun, or D, Chicago. Okay, question 17. Question 17 is another theater term. So a light that left burning overnight on stage to keep friendly spirits illuminated and unfriendly spirits at bay is known as a what?
I know this one.
Go, Ella.
Oh shoot, I'm not muted, am I?
I think you skipped question 15.
Did I? Question 15 is who is the antagonist in Cinderella?
How did this happen?
When I go back for the answers, I'll reread the questions and then I'll get the answer.
Okay.
Okay, so question 18. Which of these musicals have not been turned into a which one of these movies has not been turned into a Broadway musical? Okay, so which one of these has not been turned into a Broadway musical? A, Elf, B, Bring It On, C, Ghost, or D, Home Alone? So once again, A, Elf, B, Bring It On, C, Ghost, or D, Home Alone?
What's Ghost?
What's Ghost? Sorry.
I was like, over to you, Kelly. You know. Ghost.
It's a movie from the 80s. You know, Demi Moore, Patrick Swayze. If you've seen Dirty Dancing, you know Johnny from Dirty Dancing? He's the guy in Ghost. So if you enjoyed Dirty Dancing, you want to see some more Patrick Swayze, watch Ghost. And Whoopi Goldberg's in it, which is fun too.
So fun.
80s.
Wait, which was the last one again?
The last one is D, Home Alone. Okay, question 19. The Phantom in Phantom of the Opera, his mask covers which side, left or right?
Left.
It covers his left or his right?
Ava L's cracking me up right now.
I know, I just saw her face fall with this question. Like, she was so excited when you asked it because everyone knows, like, Phantom of the Opera is Ava's favorite. And then it's like, which side?
I'm trying to, like, sort out the logistics of it. Like, I'm running through the scenes. Like, so if he's facing this way, is it this way? Or... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
Let's
seeing
see what I
like,
can
the
do.
poster art in like which way.
Oh, we have somebody new joining us. Oh, it's Brian. Okay, cool. Hey, Ryan.
I love it.
Okay, question number 20. Which celebrity has never appeared on Broadway? A, Nick Jonas, B, Kate Hudson, or C, Ariana Grande?
I'm gonna say Nick Jonas.
So who has never appeared on Broadway? A, Nick Jonas, B, Kate Hudson, or C, Ariana Grande?
Wait, what were the questions in between?
Which questions are you missing, Ryan?
19. Okay, just 19 then.
Just 19? So number 19 is in Phantom of the Opera. The Phantom's mask covers which side of his face, left or right?
Okay.
And did you get number 20?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay, number 21. Ooh, we're almost there. 21. How many Tony Awards did the original Broadway production of Hamilton win in 2016? Is it A, 8, B, 11, C, 10, or D, 12? So how many Tony Awards did Hamilton win in 2016? Is it 8, 11, 10, or 12? Okay, number 22. This is a theater history question.
Ooh.
So a reconstruction of which theater opened in 1997, approximately 750 feet from the site of the original theater, which was demolished in 1644. So once again, a construction of which theater opened in 1997 nearby from the original site of the theater that was demolished in 1644.
What country?
It's I'll say Europe. I don't want to say the country because I don't want to give it away. Question 23. The world's shortest play, called Breath, was written by whom? A, Shakespeare, B, Samuel Beckett, C, Arthur Miller, or D, Oscar Wilde? This one's tough. The world's shortest play, called Breath, was written by whom? A, Shakespeare, B, Samuel Beckett, C, Arthur Miller, or D, Oscar Wilde? Kevin, do you have a question?
Yes. How long is this play?
This play lasts approximately 1 minute.
Wow.
What is this play about?
So the play starts off, from what I know, it's the set is like garbage all over the set is the setting for the play. And it starts off with, you hear the voice of the actor and you never actually see the actor. And it starts off with the cry of a baby, followed by breathing, followed by the final the cry of like breath leaving the body as the character dies. That was like a horrendous explanation of that, but yeah.
People like pay money to see this play.
Oh, look at this. Hang on, I wrote it down.
That seems kind of morbid.
Here we go. Here's a better version because I wrote it down. It goes like this. All we get is a stage full of rubbish, random word I can't pronounce, and then the sound of a birth cry, followed by somebody breathing in and out, and then one final cry, the death cry. It lasts 1 minute. Okay, question 24.
Morbid. Okay.
World Theater Day is celebrated in which month? A, March, B, January, C, August, or D, November? So A, March, B, January, C, August, or D, November? And one final question. Question number 25. Playing the role of the hypochondriac, which famous playwright died after collapsing on stage while acting in one of his own plays? Is it A, Shakespeare, B, Samuel Beckett, C, Lin-Manuel Miranda, or D, Moliere?
I have a bonus question,
Ellie,
if I may. If everyone's done with their 25. And for a bonus point, who is the actress who played Cinderella in that original TV broadcast? You all know her name. You might just not know that it was her. The original Cinderella. Who was she? Who is she?
I'm pretty sure we just got the answer to one of the questions.
We'll see. Okay, are we ready to go over them? Does anybody need any questions repeated to them? Brienne.
11 and 12.
Okay. Question 11 is, according to one Cinderella movie, how big are Cinderella's feet? What size shoe does she wear? And question number 12 is, to add lines or business that was not in the script or in the score is commonly referred to as what?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else? Anybody else needs a question repeated? Caleb?
17 and 20.
Yes.
Okay, so 17 is a light left burning overnight on stage to keep friendly spirits illuminated, and unfriendly spirits at bay is called a what? And you wanted 18?
20, please.
20 is, which celebrity has never appeared on Broadway? A, Nick Jonas, B, Kate Hudson, or C, Ariana Grande? Kevin, did you need one repeated?
Oh, I just needed 17, but Caleb did that.
Okay, cool. Okay, so let's go over it. So question 1, true or false? Roger and Hammerstein's musical production of Cinderella was originally meant for TV. Who wrote down true? You would be correct. 1 point.
Hey.
Question number 2, which country did the story, I would say like the modern version of Cinderella, where did it originate from? So Kevin, do you want to take a stab at it? Because I know you said that there might have been multiple. I'll accept multiple answers.
Well, modern version?
Yeah, like the more modern version.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking United Kingdom.
So I have the answer of France. The original modern version was
I go for that one.
Cendrillon or La Petite Pantoufle.
Okay.
I'll accept like UK or Germany too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, number 3. On the 23rd day of the month of September, in an early year of a decade not too long before our own, the human race suddenly encountered a deadly threat to its very existence. Was from which play? Does anybody think they have it? Ava R?
SpongeBob?
No. Zoe?
Little Shop of Horrors?
Yes, Little Shop of Horrors. Yay!
Like my favorite musical.
Question number 4, true or false? In ancient Greek theater, death and dying in any sort of violence of characters happened off stage. Ryan, do you remember from your class if this was true or false?
I'm pretty sure that's true. I don't know, because I remember her saying something about deaths being off screen.
It's true, yeah. It would happen off stage.
Hell yeah.
It's because it was like too violent or bloody, right? Like they couldn't depict a proper way of making it like look realistic enough that they're like, it'll happen off stage and people will just guess it, right?
Yeah, there's multiple theories as to why.
I think it's because they just didn't have the resources.
But then you get ancient Roman theater, and it was the opposite.
Yeah.
Your hand got chopped off in the play. Guess what happened to you during the actual play?
The Romans also enjoyed watching people get torn apart by like dogs and stuff. So they didn't get shocked by stage violence as much, I guess, as the Greeks.
Wait, they actually lost their hand? But then you could only do that role like once, and then they replaced you for the next show.
It brought new meaning to, or the original meaning of one-hit wonder.
Oh.
And then your hand gets chopped off.
Okay, question number 5. In what year did Cinderella first broadcast live on TV? Does anybody want to take a guess at the answer? Ella?
1957.
You are right, 1957. Yes.
Woo!
And I just, because we got to this question, Kelly's bonus question has to do with that live broadcast in 1957. So did anybody guess what actress played Cinderella? Caitlin?
Is it Julie Andrews?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And do we all know who Julie Andrews is, right? She's Maria in The Sound of Music and a million other, all the things. Mary Poppins, yes, of course.
Was this the original Disney version? Like, was this like...
This is the original Rodgers and Hammerstein version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was
when it came out.
CBC? BBC? BBC? CBC?
BBC makes sense, but maybe I don't know. But no, because they would have been in the States.
Yeah.
They would have been from Hollywood, right?
Yeah, that's why I think it's CBC.
Yeah, or even like I don't know.
I have to double check. Anyway.
Yeah.
Number 6. Oh, woke up today feeling the way I always do. Who sings that in which musical, Zoe?
I can't remember her name, but I know the musical.
Yeah, what's the musical?
Can anybody remember her name? What's her name?
Tracy something.
Tracy Turnblad.
Tracy Turnblad in Hairspray. Okay, question 7. Who is the daughter of Delta Nu? Did anybody get this?
Me.
Ella.
Elle Woods.
Woo!
Ella Woods. Yes, is Legally Blonde.
Yes, from Legally Blonde. And Delta Nu is her sorority. Yeah, not her mom.
Yeah. 8. Who is the Lancelot of the Revolutionary Set? This one's tough. Which modern day musical? And do you know either know the character or the play? Kaylin.
Lancelot in the Revolution Set is Lafayette. Right?
From Hamilton. Yeah, so if you're a Lafayette or Hamilton, you get a point. Okay, 9. Finish the missing lyric. The $10 founding father without a father blank by working a lot harder. Mackenzie.
He got a lot smarter.
Got a lot farther.
Oh.
Got a lot farther.
Are you sure it's not smarter?
No, it's
by being a lot smarter. By being.
Question 10.
Oh,
when was the earliest version of Cinderella ever recorded? Zoe?
Renaissance?
Even earlier. The answer is 1st century BC.
Wow.
So the story has to do with, did I write it down? Oh, I did. So this is what I found. So an ancient Greek geographer is said to have spun a tale about a slave girl from ancient Egypt whose sandal was snatched by an eagle. When the sandal is recovered by a king who admires its beautiful shape, he seeks out the shoe's owner and eventually makes the woman his wife. 1st century BC.
Crazy. Wild.
All right, number 11. According to one Cinderella movie, what size are Cinderella's feet? Ella.
8. I'm going with 8.
Nope. Zoe?
I actually have no idea. 6.5?
Much smaller. I was gonna say Ava R, but you think you changed your mind. Brianna?
5.5.
5.5? Smaller. Lauren?
Ugh, 4.5.
4.5.
4.5.
Tiny. I would not fit into that slipper.
I didn't know, so I just said just right.
You can give yourself a point, Kevin. That sounds good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's good. That's good.
Okay, question number 12. To add lines or business that's not originally from this in the script or the score is known as doing what? Caleb.
Ad-libbing?
Yeah, ad-lib. 13. How old, according to Disney, how old is Cinderella? Zoe?
16?
So according to Disney, she's actually about 19.
Yeah.
Well,
I knew she wasn't underage.
What was that, Kelly?
I said that's much less creepy than 16 or 14.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Flash over to Snow White, who is 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was reading that Cinderella is considered the oldest Disney princess, with the possible exception of the new Star Wars movie. The main character from the new Star Wars movie. If she's considered a Disney princess, she would.
No.
But what about?
I don't agree with that. She is not, just because Disney bought Star Wars doesn't mean that Disney characters are now princesses. She's a hardcore like fighter chick. She's like out to like be the last Jedi. She's not a princess.
Agreed.
She's not a Disney princess. Okay.
Just because she's hardcore doesn't mean she can't be a princess. I mean,
Oh no, but I mean,
Whoa.
she's not a Disney princess. God help us. She's in Star Wars. Very different.
Yeah.
Very different.
I feel like this is a future debate when we all get back in the rehearsal room.
Oh yeah, and like, and Elsa was 21, wasn't she?
She's not a princess. She's a queen.
But she was a princess before she was.
Actually,
For like
because
3 minutes of the movie.
their franchise was so big, they actually aren't considered Disney princesses, and they have their own franchise within Disney because it was so big. It got actually bigger than what they considered. So the Arendelle princesses are their own thing apparently.
Interesting. Okay. Well, good to know. Question 14. A sloping stage, which is raised in the back, so upstage, and goes down, is known as a what? What kind of stage is this? Kelly?
Somebody else must know. I'm miming an action. You think? It's also a tool you might use in your yard.
Shovel.
Rake.
One more time, Kev.
Rake. Yes.
A raked stage.
A raked stage.
Oh, really?
Raked stage.
Hmm.
Good guess with that yard utensil.
Yeah.
My next guess was a lawnmower.
Question 15. Who is the antagonist in Cinderella? Brienne.
The evil stepmother of the stepsisters.
Yeah.
And
I'll accept stepmother or stepmother and stepsisters. Number 16 is another one. The first line of the musical goes like this. Good news, she's dead.
Good news.
Zoe.
Chicago?
No. Anybody else? Ella.
Wicked.
Wicked. That's the correct answer. Yeah, good news. She's dead.
Oh, the witch is dead, the wicked witch.
Question 17. A light left burning overnight on stage to keep the spirits at bay is known as a what, Ava R?
It's a ghost light.
Yeah. A ghost light. Question 18. Which of these, I wrote it down wrong. Which of these movies was not turned into a Broadway musical? Elf, Bring It On, Ghost, or Home Alone? Kevin.
Home Alone?
Home Alone, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you guess?
Yeah, I guess. No, I wrote it down, but I was guessing at the time, yeah.
Question number 19. The Phantom's mask in Phantom of the Opera covers which side of his face? Is it the right side or the left side? Ava, L.
I do believe it was the right side.
Yes, traditionally it covers the right side.
I knew it.
Question 20. Which celebrity has never been on Broadway? Is it Nick Jonas, Kate Hudson, or Ariana Grande? Brianne?
Nick Jonas?
Nope, not correct. Nick Jonas actually started on Broadway.
Wait.
He was in, I think he was in like Oliver Twist. Or...
And then he played Marius in Les Mis 20th reunion
Les Mis.
concert too.
Yeah. Kaylin.
Myself on mute. The Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson, yeah. Kate Hudson has never been on Broadway. Question 21. How many Tony Awards did Hamilton win in 2016? Zoe? Oh no, you all froze.